Rocky Kong, and we're going to be doing a messing with scammers video today. So it says, this guy, he's got like 20 followers. Okay, this one's really funny, because it's kind of like a joint one with me and my friend, Casey. The guy that I showcased his team on. And he says, do you want to buy coins? I said, do you scam? He says, no. I said, how much for 100K? He says, I'll do $1, I guess. He says, I say, okay, I'll do 400K. And then he's just like going on. And I was like, I don't have iTunes. He's like, I only do iTunes. He's like, come back to me when you have iTunes. I said, I can go play to the store. And I was like, well, I have an iPod. He said, oh, can I send you money there? I was like, yeah. So I said, well, I want 2.5 mil, so that's $25. He says, yeah. He has 8 mil, he says. So this is just all the crap. And then I go over here. Scroll up. We talked to him a lot. Okay. So I said, so yeah, they know why you selling coins. He doesn't need an answer. He says, yeah. And my friend's like, that's it? Shouldn't you have more? And he says, what server are you guys? He says, my friend says, 3, I think. He says, I have 8 mil there. I said, okay, it doesn't really matter. We both need 4 mil. He said, okay. He said, so how much money would that be? He said, I'll do 75 for 8 mil, or you want to spend less. I'll do less coins for less cash. What? I said, we will split. He said, okay. So I said, so I hope you can calculate the exact amount for that. He says, 1 sec. Unless you have a calculator. He says, it's 106.6K per dollar. My friend says, potassium. And then he says, that's good. He's just being funny. He says, LOL, send me the money to my email. Just cutting straight to it. My friend's like, whoa. Before I do this, I need to make sure you need to make me trust you. And he says, well, and then I said, well, that's $50. He says, what do you need? He said, I have someone that vouches for me. And I said, okay. He says, that means if I scam you, he gives you the money I scammed you out of. Yeah, that's what it means, kind of. And I say, proof. He says, DM this guy. So I was like, okay, I'll DM this guy. So I'll get back to that later. And he says, be right back. So he's switching accounts to be that guy so he can talk and say he vouched for him. So I go to that guy. And I said, just how... oh wait, I'll go back to that later. Shit. I said, he looks 11, how is he going to give me $50 back? He said, because I've sold him coins for money before, and he probably has $50. It's not that much. It's actually a lot. He says, I'll be on and off DMing. I have to work, so I might take a minute to reply. He said, what? My friend says, what do you work for? He says, I'm doing yard work. He says, tell me when you DM me. I said, just to clarify, I want to know how old you are. He says, 24. And he's like, oh crap, 34. So a 34-year-old playing a mobile game with little children. Weirdo. And I say, you're 34 and you do yard work for a living? He says, no. I said, what are you, Mexican? And he says, I'm a teacher and it's Memorial Day weekend, so I have the day off. And I was like, what? He says, Memorial Day weekend, and you have the day off. Why would you be doing yard work? And so he said, that's enough personal stuff. I said, and then he says, did you DM him? My friend says, show me proof. He says, no. Proof. He says, no, I'm not exposing my school. And I say, yeah, show me your teacher's ID. He says, I have to go in a few. He says, I don't have it, and why would I show you? No personal stuff. And then my friend says, because you're not 35? And he says, wait, what subject do you teach? He says, math. That's it. I said, what kind? High school or middle school? Middle school. Now, I'm not saying anything else, just get in with the deal. You don't say get on. And so I say, Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, Pre-AP Calc, etc. He says not saying anything else. He says he teaches middle school, dude. So I was like, oh crap, he kind of ruined it. I said, so send me the deal. He says, what state? If you ask one more question, no deal. Potassium, I'm sorry. So how is this going to work? He says, so send the code to my email. What code? Tap send a gift in the bottom of the app store, choose the amount, send it to my email, then I'll buy your player. And so he says, okay, what's the email? And so he Obviously it's him. Obviously him. Because look, King 4864. King 4864. Clearly. So I go, just to clarify, I want to know how old you are. He says, is coin deals 4 on here? He says he's trustworthy. I'm busy. Bye. Let's say. So I was like, oh, doing yard work? And he blocks me from there. So I go, so I'm going, I never go first. So, we're back to here. He says, tell me when you can send him so I can buy him. I said, can you get me a person? He says, no, only coins instead of coins. He says, buy the person with the coins. He said, okay, you go first. I said that, and he says, who, me? He said, yeah. Why'd you name that? Because you're not 35. He named it Scammer, as you can see right there. And then he said, why'd you name it that? Because you're not 35. And he corrects me. He said, ooh, 34. Big difference. I said, Kason, put the player Barry McCockner. Barry McCockner. This is from my mobile guide, by the way. It's not my original idea, so don't attack me. And then he says, not real. I said, yes, he's bronze. He's at the card. He says, no, he's not. I'm not a scammer. And he says, do you want to see the card? I'd love to see this. He's elite. And he says, I thought it was a bronze. So he's a little bit smart that he catches on to that. He says, bro, stop messing with me. I'm not fake. He says he was joking. Please stop. I said, yeah, I was just seeing if you would block me or something. He said, thank you. Thank you for what? I said, can you send a pic of your 8 mil? I'll post the player after. He says, I have 7.7. You spent 300 grand on just within the span of 5 minutes that we were talking. And then I said, okay, take a pic. He sends it. And this is obviously fake. Because look, it's clearly fake. Because this picture has 2 assistive touches on it. You can't get 2 assistive touches. So he says, that's all I'm doing. I said, okay. He says, send the code, then I'll buy. He says, I'm just gonna do $2. Just kidding, I'll do 25. Kason will do 25. He said, tell me when you sent it. I said, okay. He said, you sent it? And then I say, I usually don't go first. He said, I never go first. So I said, I need more proof. And he says, sorry, what more do you need? And I said, can we go first? And then he says, DM the guy I tagged. You buy the player, then we give you the money. No. He said, why don't you trust me? It's not that. And then he sends him the picture of Barry McClogger. And then he said, send it. Okay, stop. You sure you haven't seen him yet? He says, I have to go. Send it now or DM me. Sorry about that, guys, but here it says, I said, here, this is the code. And I send it to him, and this is the picture. The black pumper. So, going back to the DM, he says, the black pumper, and he says, send the gift. He said, we need proof. He said, OMG, I sent proof, 740, and then I'm done. That doesn't make sense. I don't understand. And my friend says, buy my player, and I will tell you everybody you are a scammer. He says, bye. He says, Sacmmers. He says, sure I am, but bye. He says, you weren't even 34, you're 11. He said, I honestly don't care. I have other deals. Bye. Yeah. He just exposed himself. He said, he blocked him. I said, he blocked me too. And then a day later, he says, LOL, no I didn't. And then he blocks us again. And he says he named it No Deal, and then we named it Scammer. And he's blocked me, so obviously he's a scammer. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.